I'm Asha Odoms. I'm from a small town called Americus, Georgia, and I've been baking for over 7 years. Growing up, I thought to myself I wanted to be a lawyer. Never in a million years did I think that I would end up here being a baker. I discovered my passion for baking as a favorite pastime that I would use with me and my daughter. See, I have one daughter and 2 boys, and although I spent a lot of time with the boys, baking was something that was just special between her and I. We loved to get in the kitchen and create. We would bake cookies, cupcakes, and cakes, and one of our favorite things to do was to watch Cupcake Wars. And what we would do is we would love to watch the shows and recreate what we saw on the shows. There were 2 turn of events that made me want to turn 2 ladies and a cake into an official business. One day when me and my daughter were in the kitchen baking cupcakes, she said, "You know what, Mom? We're just 2 ladies and a cake." And that name had such a ring to it. And I was like, that's something special. Then when we were at a PTA meeting one night for a fundraiser, I had bought some cupcakes. And this lady came to us and said, "Hey, do you do this for a living? Like, do you sell this or can you do birthday parties?" And before I can get an answer out, my daughter said, "Yes." And I looked at her and said, "Well, okay." And that actually turned out to be my first order. When I'm baking, the enjoyment that I get is that I'm knowing that I'm starting out with all these different ingredients. But when I put them all together and put it in the oven, it's going to come out to be something great. It's also the thought that when people are eating my desserts, they're in heaven, like they really enjoy what I create. And it's just so simple. So it's something that I do and I bake out of love. So I'm always in a good mood when I'm baking. I'm always enjoying the process. And that's what I love most about it. It's a process. But in the end result, it's something extremely beautiful and tasty. In the next 10 years, I can see 2 Ladies in a Cake having at least 5 locations. One of my goals is to travel as much as I can with this business. And I have been afforded the opportunity to meet all different types of people. But one thing that keeps everybody in common is that they love sweets. So what it does is it gives me an opportunity to minister to all different types of people. I want to be in Texas. I want to be in California. I want to be here in Georgia, Florida, and maybe Mississippi, but we'll see. You know, in this industry, it became very flooded around 2012 or 2013, especially with the whole Cupcake Wars scenarios and things. But one thing that I loved about being a baker, having my own cake and cupcake business, is that I was able to be creative. I could create whatever the customer wanted. And it was like each order that was presented before me, I was able to master. And not only was it in the taste, it was also in the decorations. It seemed that there was nothing I couldn't do. And that's when I knew that this was a God-given talent. With 2 Ladies in a Cake, one thing that I can guarantee is that I'm looking to build a long-term relationship with all my clients. I'm there to celebrate birthdays, holidays, new babies, events, celebrations, everything, because I'm not trying to just sell you on one thing. I'm here to grow with you. The type of business I have, no machine can take over. I mean, they can, but it won't be homemade. And that's one thing that you can always expect from 2 Ladies in a Cake. We are a from scratch company. We bake with flour, butter, sugar, all those ingredients. So there's nothing, no box. You'll always expect the same taste, but whatever the event is, the personalization will be there. I'm Asha Odoms, owner of 2 Ladies in a Cake, where it's more than just about those cakes. But here, we're saving the world, one smile, one sweet, one scripture at a time.